So, how are you doing, Mercanthony? How's
Well,
your
I'm orange, as I am every day.
orange?
And orange is the middle ground between the happiness of yellow and the energy of red.
That's the perfect way to put it. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we can talk about at the moment. However, I might go ADD brain. So, just in case, I have prepared. Let me throw my keys out real quick. Oh,
Bro,
and this has a huge list of things to talk about. All
man's
right,
got the royal scroll.
all of it, every single thing.
Holy, the amount of things on that list is just, I couldn't even read all that.
It's so much. Okay, so so the first thing I just wanted to talk to you about, because I was looking on your YouTube last night doing the research on the Orange Man. You said you started at 11. Is that correct?
No, 10.
10.
I started
Okay.
in 2011. I have the date actually. Oh, what the hell? I have the date on my wrist. It's May 18th, 2011, that I put up my first YouTube video on an iPod Touch. I was 10 years old. I had just gotten the iPod for like my birthday, and I for some reason had this like inherent urge to just document and share my life. For some reason, like nobody taught me to do that, and like I didn't see anybody else doing that, but I just inherently was like, oh wow, we're having fun memories. Let's record it. Like we have these cool things that record it in our pocket. We might as well do that so we can save it and show it to other people. I don't know. Maybe I was that annoying kid that just wanted to show everybody everything that I had done. But I ran out of storage really quickly on a 4 gigabyte storage iPod and ended up having to upload all my stuff to YouTube as a storage device, and then ended up making it into vlogs and then gaming content. And now I'm here and I'm orange.
This is actually like a true story by me, by the way. I actually started out on an iPod Touch as well, like 6 years ago. I still have that iPod Touch in my drawer, but it has my sister's name on it, like engraved in it. So I don't know if I want to pull it out.
Yo, Doc.
I mean, I'm not like...
I think my iPod is like somewhere up in my New Jersey house. I have no idea where that is. It's somewhere. I found my old iPhone 4, but I don't know where my iPod is.
Are you living in 2 houses, one in New Jersey, one in Vegas?
No, so that was actually my original plan when I came to Vegas. I was like, oh, I'm going to have 2 home bases, one on the East Coast and one on the West. And to a certain extent, I still technically do. But like, my parents have a place in New Jersey. And I moved out here originally getting an apartment with these 2 people that I just randomly met on the strip that happened to be like viewers of mine that had met me at PAX East in Boston like years ago. And then like, that was kind of a bad situation. And then I ended up leaving that, moving into the content house with like my best friends of like multiple years. And that content house literally just ended now. Like literally just ended now. Like I just paid the last month's rent right before we went on this podcast. So we will have the house until July 30th. And then there will be no more content house. Yeah. I have not publicized where I have moved, but I could say that I have moved and I am not living alone. And yes, I'm very excited for the next chapter of everything that's going on. I mean, there's so much that's going to be happening in the next month. I guess it's crazy that we're doing this podcast now, because this will be a very interesting thing to look back on, because like I feel like my life is going to change entirely in the next like 30 days.
Dude, honestly, with content creation, because I'm not a huge content creator, don't get me wrong, but I've been doing it for a couple years. And like the amount that it's impacted my life, I don't want to go on about me, because this is your podcast and I won't restrict you from
Technically,
that.
it's your podcast if you think about it.
It's my podcast, but it's your episode.
I'm the guest.
You're the guest. You're only my second recorder, by the way.
Let's go.
I've only had one other with Pterodactyl, and that'll probably go out sometime within the next few days.
That's the guy.
Oh yeah, love him. Anyways, though,
dude, I feel like I have to say this because this is like the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's wondering, when am I going to get the can? That's all everyone's talking about. We're almost 600 days in.
It's it's 40% of your content pretty much on TikTok.
Yeah, it's a lot of my content. I mean, because like I've been doing this every single day for almost 800 days. Like besides like the 3-week interval, because I did the first series drinking G Fuel every day until I got my own flavor for 365 days. I ended that series, got my own flavor, because I got my own flavor. I ended the series, and then I felt so lost not making a drinking G Fuel video every day that I was like, well, I'm still doing it every day anyway. I still might as well continue to record it for a goal. And 3 weeks after getting a flavor, I throw this on G Fuel. Don't even ask them. I literally did not ask them for permission, which was probably not a good idea, but welcome to day 1 of me drinking my flavor every day until I get a can. And I recorded that at the Cloud House.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to be able to record it because like I had talked to the landlord of the Cloud House like weeks beforehand to plan that out so that I could have the first episode be really special. And then the guy, like the day before when I'm like, oh, just making sure we're all good for the day 1 video. And he's like, oh no, people got the house. And I'm like, oh, maybe next week, 2 weeks from now. Nah, man, like they got a 2-year lease at the Cloud House. I'm like, bro, you promised me. Whatever. I got to make this video anyway, right? We drive all the way out to LA to the Cloud House with no expectation that we're going to get in. And then I record it in front of the Cloud House. I do it so loud that the people that are currently living there look down on me and are like, yo, you just want to come in here and record it in here? Yeah, hell yeah, I want to go inside the Cloud House. I've always wanted to be in there. Hello? What do you mean? We go in there, we record the video comes out awesome. I come out with the video, you know, everybody freaking out. Oh my God, you're so greedy. Oh, the flavor wasn't good enough. Whoa. Right? I start driving back to Vegas. Boom, car totaled.
No, what?
I didn't have a car for the first 6 months of my drinking my flavor series. I want people to realize this because I didn't realize this when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I really thought like, I don't know. I thought like when I was at this point that I was going to be like a multimillionaire. I think it's because like creators make you think that. Creators make it seem like they're all like rich and they're doing this and they're doing that. But perception is 99% of the truth. And the longer I stay in this industry, the more I find out that most things are not real. I mean, obviously people know that, but a lot of people don't know that. Like they say they know that, but there are more things that are not real than are real. And it's crazy to me because like I've literally been doing all this stuff so authentically for 12 years. And my Drinking G Fuel series is authentic. It's every day. I never batch the videos. Like, you know how many managers I've had that have told me, bro, you're making it so hard on yourself. Just record 10 videos and then schedule them every day. That kills the whole challenge. What's the point? What's the point in doing it every day if I'm recording 10 and then scheduling them throughout the week? That's so stupid. I've never once done that. I have never once done that in the over 800 episodes we've done. It has been recorded, edited, and uploaded on that day. It is a true documentation of that day and who I was with and what place I went to and what event and whatever. You know what I mean? And that's the magic behind it.
Yeah, I want to go on about what you said about like how content creation is somewhat of a deception, because I've been going on content creation 2 years, and I have people coming up because I do TikTok as like my main platform, similar to you, and I have I want to say I have 14,000 followers, which isn't a whole lot. Don't get me wrong, but my views that I average, I average between like 1,000 to like 100,000, and it's very on and off. And also like followers, I don't have a lot, but I get a lot of views. And I notice some people sometimes will almost brag to me that they have a lot of followers, and then they average 200 views because they start off as baiting followers.
Yeah, they do like a whole different content model that is only just to get a bunch of people in, and then they're like, oh, I want to be myself, and they're gonna watch me no matter what I do. No, that's the trap. That's the trap.
It's absolutely a trap. Also,
you can't just build an audience on one thing and then be like, I'm gonna do a whole other thing, and they're all gonna be interested in it.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some videos that I see, TikTok-wise at least, and it's mainly because I do virtual reality content as, like, my full thing. And I see videos that are like, I hate these so much, and I block every single person that I see that has one of these videos. And it's always 2 images side by side. One VR game, another VR game. like for this, follow for this,
bro.
and it pisses me off so much.
No chance. No chance.
Every
but it's like, dude, that's never gonna work long term.
Never.
Like these people think like, oh, I'm gonna take this shortcut and it's gonna help me get to the next level, and then I'm gonna be ahead of everyone else because I have 100K on TikTok or I have whatever. Dude, I only have, and I say only 170,000 followers because if I go to LA, I'm nothing. Like I have an incredible community that has built a world for where I can do what I love for a living. So like, it's obviously a big enough community. You know, but if I go to like the real entertainment industry, everyone will laugh at me. Oh, that's cute. You have almost 200K on TikTok? Talk to us when you have a mil, at least. And you better have 100K on YouTube too, because we don't care about your TikTok followers. They don't convert.
Oh yeah, like
dude, people like. And then some people don't understand that. And then they'll come up to me and like, oh, dude, you're famous. You have 200,000 followers. You know, like, dude, you know? And people have like different perceptions on the thing. Like I said earlier, like perception is 99% of the truth.
it is. It
Like,
really
like
is.
for instance, the FaZe guys. And I love the FaZe guys. They raised me. They borderline raised me. Watching the New York FaZe house and watching them do everything they did is a very massive reason of who I am today and why I'm with G Fuel and why I wanted the flavor so bad and all that. And if you really think about it, like, and this is now more public information because people are now talking about it and now it's coming out about like the corporate side and everything that's gone on behind the scenes. Something that really hit me was somebody once said, do you think FaZe Temper is rich? How much money do you think FaZe Temper makes? How much money do you think FaZe Banks makes? How much money do you think FaZe Rain makes? See, we want you to think that he like they want you to think that they're the biggest like celebrities, that they're hanging out with Snoop Dogg, that they have all this money coming in and they're collaborating with all of these companies. But if you really look into it, the corporate side is taking all the money and they're not paying out these people, right? But the perception is that they're the face. So people think that they're rich and that they're making the decisions and that they're whatever. So millions of people start hating on these people because, oh, you're flaunting all your money, all this stuff. But in reality, some of them might be struggling. Some of them might be struggling for bills. Some of them might be struggling for whatever. And probably not, because a lot of them actually, you know, are really successful people, obviously.
Yeah.
But we don't know that. It's the perception that they want you to think, you know, or the corporate side at least wanted people to think that they were superstars and that they're, oh, we're signing this massive celebrity and we're working with Naruto and we're working with whatever, you know, Supreme. They didn't work with Supreme. They worked with Supreme Brazil, which is a subsidiary that is much easier to get in contact with and work with than directly Supreme. Not only that, but they didn't collaborate with them. They just bought blanks and printed their stuff on it and then sold it. But the general public says, oh my God, Supreme and FaZe? So that's what I'm trying to like bring light to. And it's like, not to like expose everyone, because everybody knows that most content is fake. And that's why I'm noticing that people are liking Aiden Ross type people or Gideon type people that are more real. I've seen a massive escapade in the past 5 years between like content creators trying their best to be perfect and seem rich and seem famous and seem everywhere. And now people are starting to focus on their flaws and showing who they really are. And people are connecting much better with that. People like Ryan Trahan that like are showing their awkwardness instead of trying to seem cool all the time. People connect with that more because it's more relatable and it's working.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever done anything flaunting wise. All I do is I just make videos. If they do bad, they do bad. I put in as much work as I can. I get maybe 1 or 2 viewers that'll actually continue to watch me throughout that. And I repeat that process because it's the best way to go about it is just literally to make videos, make sure they're the best quality. I notice a lot of a lot of content creators, specifically small creators, they care too much about like scheduling time, because when I make a video once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. It's only when I feel like it, because if you try to build a creator base and you don't want to, you're never going to get it done, because you're never going to have any willpower to improve your content. And I see like one of my first followers, still in contact with him. He makes videos every now and then on TikTok. They're like, "Hey, sorry I didn't get out a video yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Busy with family stuff." He has
yo, sorry guys to the 20 followers. So sorry guys, I haven't been uploading in a while. But he could have spent that time that he was making that video uploading a real video that they could have enjoyed, instead of saying sorry to people that probably didn't even need him to say sorry.
Yeah, like I don't even notice his upload schedule until he like mentions it.
Yeah, because like creators get in our head because we get so used to a certain standard or a certain consistency, but in reality, nobody else notices that. Like I get pissed when I don't upload 3 TikToks a day. I think I'm such a lazy person if I don't at minimum post 3 TikToks a day and then stream and then also upload a YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, but that's in my head. Yes. Yesterday I posted 1 video, but no one else noticed that but me. I'm the only one stressing in my head. Oh man, I was so lazy. I mean, realistically, I wasn't. I was doing something really important. I was networking with a very important person, and we were making moves. But at the same time, people don't. You can't detach yourself that easily because you're so in it, and you're like, I haven't uploaded today. Oh, I haven't streamed in 3 days, but people don't notice that. They have so many things going on in their lives. There's so much content as they're scrolling through their feed. They don't notice that your video didn't pop up that day.
Yeah, I notice even if, for say, I take a long break, the only thing that I'll do is I'll post because I actually do stuff like on my free time. Like I'm working for Squiddo Studios Montreal at the moment, which is a video game studio, and I'm loving it. But sometimes, I don't have the time. So I don't make like a full video announcing that. I might just go on Twitter, "Hey, I've been doing this. Wait another week." Bam, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%.
Because like I don't even have a lot of followers. I don't have that many people that care too much to watch my content, but I love making it, and some people care, so minimize the amount of time I put into that.
Yeah. No, 100%. You got to focus on like the actual content, because like people are trying so hard to be the YouTubers that happened, and the YouTubers that already happened were doing stuff like that. Oh, sorry guys, couldn't put up the YouTube and blah, blah, blah. But we're in a whole new age. This isn't 2017 anymore. It's not. Like, people don't realize that. They think they could do the same 2017 videos, the same 2017 live streams. Oh, yeah, if I just live stream myself playing a video game and I talk over it, I'm going to get famous, right? I'm going to get a career, right? Yeah? Yeah, that's how that works? Bro.
It's not. I can confirm as a professional myself.
Do you know how many people are trying to do that? Like, you gotta you gotta do something different.
So many. Absolutely.
You gotta expand upon it.
Okay, I have something that I want to ask, because as I have this huge list, so I have to go over all of the stuff that I have on here.
We gotta get through your list.
So one thing I just wanted to ask you is, so you've been doing this for 12 years, so bound to happen as you're doing that for 12 years. Like, what's some of the coolest relations that you've made with like people that,
dude,
because I know you have a lot.
Bro, I don't even know where to start there. I mean, for one, Mr. Beast follows me on Twitter because I got him partnered on Discord.
Dude, that's crazy.
Well, technically I didn't actually. No, I offered to get him partnered on Discord when he had first made a Discord server, and I was in a voice chat with him and like, I don't know, like 30 other people. Like, he started this Discord server and like a bunch of people were joining, obviously. But this was like when Mr. Beast was not like small, but he wasn't where he is now. You know what I'm saying? And he literally was like just talking to everyone. And I was like, oh, do you want to get partnered on Discord? Because at that point, I was a partner with Discord for multiple years, and I had gotten people's applications pushed through. If like they were supposed to be partnered, like they meet the requirements, but somehow they didn't get pushed through, I would just let the people know at Discord, like, hey, push this one through. It makes sense. Like, it's Mr. Beast, right?
Oh yeah.
And then Mr. Beast is DMing me on Twitter, and he's all like, oh, so like what does this actually get me? And I'm like, basically a hoodie and like better voice channels and like a custom link. And he's like, what do I got to do? I'm like, literally just fill out this small form and then I'll have it immediately like done. And he was like, I don't really care to do that. It's not worth it. I was like, what do you mean? Okay, Mr. Beast, but he still follows me. So, hey, we love to see that. Another one I would say is like I said earlier, FaZe Clan. I absolutely love them. Obviously, the corporate side is.
Yes. Hold up.
I'm not going to say too much about that, but I freaking love FaZe Rain, FaZe Banks, all of the guys in the original FaZe house. They are the reason I'm where I'm at now. And honestly, I've had some of the craziest experiences with Rain and Banks themselves. Both of them also follow me, and man, it just warms my heart. I know a lot of people are thinking like, "Oh, you're such a nerd. You're talking about people following you on social media. You're such a nerd."
Nah.
But like, what? No, I just mean the general public watching this. They're like, "Dude, look at this kid talking about people following him." But no, it's just like growing up. You're like, you watch these people and. Just like knowing that your post could be seen by them on their feed at any point is so freaking crazy.
I got it going on about something.
What?
Okay, so as Black Ops 3 was like one of my favorite games as a kid. That's all I played. I think I'm Prestige 12 or some crazy number like that. I used to, like, not too long ago, I want to say, when was FaZe like the hugest thing ever? 4 or 5 years ago?
I mean, they've been the hugest thing
for
a long time. I feel like I don't even know.
there was a trend on YouTube, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, where everyone was trying to get into FaZe with like their Call of Duty sniper clips. Like just 360s, random stuff like that, and making edits out of it. I was doing that for multiple months. None of those videos are up on YouTube anymore, bro, because of a new channel, stuff like that. But that was just so inspiring for me. I have to get into FaZe. I was 10 years old. Yeah. If not younger, but.
Yeah. Dude, FaZe was insane. And honestly, like meeting Banks and meeting Rain and spending some time with them as well has been crazy because like they always say like never meet your idols. Banks and Rain, they like, you know, when you're like, oh, they're not going to be as cool as they are in their videos. They're going to be like a normal person. They're going to disappoint you. No, dude, they took it way further. Like every time I see them in person, bro, they have the best, most welcoming, positive, nice energy I've ever felt on human beings before. The most real people, obviously Rain with the keep it real. I mean, I met both of them at the New York FaZe house I have a picture of it in 2015. Like, I literally had my grandma drive me all the way to the FaZe house, and I met Banks and Rain and Censor and Blaze. Well, he was Blaze again at that point. Right here.
Okay. Dude, that's sick. Just to meet all those people has to be like mass serotonin booster.
Oh, 100%.
That's the right wording for that, right? I don't want to be wrong.
It is. It is.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't want to sound dumb.
It's insane, bro. It's insane. Like, and like, they're just such genuine people. I was able to go to an event. Mm-hmm. My roommate was invited personally by Rain to go to this event. And we went into this event that Rain was literally throwing himself with him. Like, he got out of the sprinter, saw us outside, and was like, oh, yo, what up, guys? And then, like, brought us in with him and his security and his girlfriend and stuff. And there's, like, a line around this building, like, waiting to, like, get in. And he just brings us in, and we're in there, like, hours early before they even open it, just hanging out with him. And, like, Eric Kahn was there. And, like, bro, like, I didn't even know who he was at that point. But now I ended up talking to him at COD Champs, and he gave me his number. And now I'm friends with Eric Kahn, apparently. But, dude, like, I don't know. It's the craziest stuff. Like, I went from watching this guy, FaZe Rain, making 3 videos a day every single day, and it was the most inspirational thing to see somebody work that hard to make 2 gaming videos and a real life vlog every day. Do you know how much work that, bro, on YouTube?
That is a ton of editing.
On YouTube, I get pissed when I don't make 3 TikToks, let alone 3 YouTube videos. What? Bro. And then to be able to hang out with this guy, to be able to tell him how much what he did meant to me, to be able to tell him that life came full circle, and I watched him make content and grind and make a content house and then get his own G Fuel flavor, and I did everything that he did. I did it all. Everything that childhood me wanted, I got the content house. I got partnered with G Fuel. I got the flavor, and now we might be getting a freaking can, dude.
Dude, I can't wait for you to get your can. Honestly, though, I haven't been with you for a super long while. Don't get me wrong. But I've been with it, I've been watching the TikToks every day the best I can. I watch the YouTube videos now and then.
Dude.
I keep up to date. Check the Instagram. I'm up to date.
This is
I'm
probably
excited.
Well, I can't guarantee because I really don't know because they have not told me. I've said everything publicly that I know, but I was invited to the G Fuel office by the CEO.
Yeah.
Cliff came into my stream and literally was just like, "Hey, Merc, want to come by the office sometime after July 4th?" Yeah, Cliff, obviously I'd like to go to the
Who would say
that?
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. I'll fly you out. Don't worry, man. I'll figure it out. You're good.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's got to be a dream come true.
And then I make a skit the next day about it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Oh, no. What if I did something bad? What if he's going to fire me?" Like type thing. And then he puts on his story, my post, and goes, "My favorite part of the job is flying influencers out just to fire them." Laughing emoji. I'm like, dude. So obviously he's not going to fire me because if he publicly said that and then fired me, that would not be a good look on the company. So obviously he's not going to fire me. But what could that mean? What could that mean? And then he tells me, "Hey, you could fly out. Like tell us whatever dates you want. Just make sure that you'll be there for the 17th. And you won't be allowed to come to the office until the 17th." Which means they must be preparing
up something
for the 17th, which ultimately has to be the can. Like, what else is it going to be? Like, and what's crazy is 2 weeks after the 17th is day 600. So I theorize they're going to give me the can on the 17th and then tell me I'm not allowed to like talk about it. And that's why I'm talking about it now, because they haven't told me I'm not allowed to talk about it. So, So this podcast gets the inside scoop right before this happens. If this happens, this might be the only record of me talking about this before it happens. So it's kind of crazy to think about. But like, I remember when I got my flavor and before I left the studio, my manager at G Fuel was like, before you, or once you leave the studio, your life will never be the same. And I just feel like once I get this can, it's going to be a whole nother level of that. It's going to be a whole nother level of my life is never going to be the same. And it's crazy to think that the days are counting down and I feel like it's about to happen. And like, dude, the craziest thing is what's next. I mean, with Ever Creator, it's the biggest thing because we never have the time to celebrate our achievement. It is always, how can I outdo myself the next day? How can I make better content? How can I make different content? How can I adapt to the trend better? How can I, whatever it is. Me not having this drinking G Fuel series every day means I have one less concept every day to do. You know what I mean? Like every day I know I have to make a video of me drinking my flavor. So at least I have like one thing that I'm doing every day. But without that, I now have to come up with a whole new like content strategy and like content model. Obviously, I'm going to continue to do a lot of G Fuel content. I'm going to do a lot of videos promoting the can. Let's say I get the can. I'm going to be promoting the can a lot. But what's going to be really awesome is that this is going to open up the freedom for me as a creator to break through this ceiling, the ceiling of G Fuel at least. And this is not a bad thing. This is just because I have a bachelor's degree in digital marketing. And I've been, I did that entirely passively on the side online in 2.5 years at Full Sail University while I was doing content and moving across the country and doing all this stuff because honestly, frick college. I had never wanted to go to college. And the only reason I did was because my grandmother was like, "Oh, well, we'll pay for your college if you go to college." Because my whole life I was like, I'm not going to college. I'm going to be a creator. Like, this is not happening. So
that's how I'm feeling right now because I'm working really heavily on 3D modeling. Like, I have been modeling the most crazy things and making amazing scenes. That's all I want to do. And don't get me wrong. By me, there's a college that I can get 2 years free, and I will go to it, but I don't have any intentions. Like, I feel as if I'm not doing this, then I don't want to do anything. It's just
that's how I feel.
It's an insane passion that you can't just kill it. You have to pursue it.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
sure
no,
that's
100%.
I feel like that's how it is for every big content creator as well. Like Mr. Beast, he skipped college, or he went to college. I'm sure you've heard the
Yeah, he
story,
dropped out, I
correct?
believe, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Or
no,
he
I
never.
mean, like, I definitely learned stuff in college, but it's all stuff I could have looked up.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
everything that humans know is, like, on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for us to spend $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 on education that we could buy a textbook for $100 or even just read a PDF of it online to learn the textbook knowledge. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Or you could get courses online that are free, or, you know, like there's plenty of ways to learn this stuff. And the same thing also is like when you're trying to teach digital marketing, and I'm not blaming Full Sail for this at all because it's not Full Sail's fault.
Yeah.
No, there's absolutely no way, in my opinion, to create a curriculum around digital marketing that will actually last more than 3 months, because the digital and social landscape changes legitimately every day.
It
like
does.
Every day there's a new different type of trend or a type of content, or this is no longer fun to watch anymore. People don't want to watch that stuff anymore because now they want to watch this stuff. And like, new platform. Oh, this platform's gone. Oh, this platform's blowing up. Oh, new platform here. Oh, now everyone's making short form content. You know, like this stuff is always changing. You cannot make a curriculum on this and expect to teach it to somebody and be like, oh, here's your degree. Now you can work for the rest of your life in digital marketing based on what we taught you in the last 2.5 years. Because I got my bachelor's in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to say
they laid out the foundations, but like,
I want to say even that 3 months was wrong, because what I'm noticing is like, especially like trends and stuff, if you want to advertise something, advertising changes every 1.5 months, if I had to guess. Like every single time I see a new advert, it changes every 1.5 month, and all the companies repeat each other.
Yeah, literally. So like, bro, come on.
Time to pull up the sheet.
The sheet. But like, wait, I was getting on about something, and then I think I lost it. It was something about the can. Oh,
go on about the can.
Something about the can. It was like, yeah. Like, I'm gonna have so much freedom now to make. Oh yeah, the ceiling. I was talking about the ceiling.
Oh, so, yes.
Because then I started talking about digital marketing. So the ceiling is G Fuel is the #1 most followed energy drink on the planet, like social media wise. If you add all of their social media platforms and stuff, they have more followers than like every other brand. And while this is true, there is still a ceiling of how many people on Earth know what G Fuel is, care what G Fuel is, and are looking up videos and are watching videos actively on a regular basis around this product.
Oh, yeah.
Now, think about where the ceiling is for how many people like gaming as opposed to how many people like G Fuel.
It's
Now think about how many people like lifestyle content as opposed to how many people like gaming. Okay, and then like, so the ceiling that I've been hitting for the past 800 something days of doing G Fuel content has in some ways helped me to hit a niche.
Oh yeah.
To grow really fast and to accumulate a community that is already so passionate about something and that is as passionate as I am about the same thing. And we were able to connect and be relatable that way and build such an awesome thing. But at the same time, it stops. It gets to a certain point where I can only convert so many G Fuel fans to be my fans.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the whole point of G Fuel working with influencers is for us to bring new audiences to the brand, not to reuse their current audience to just redistribute sales to different creators, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, so I think once I get this can, everyone asked me this. My viewers, even my mom asked me this on the phone like 2 days ago. She was like, so what's gonna happen when you get the can? Are you gonna start drinking your can every day till you get like a hydration or something else?
I am curious as well.
Yeah, no. I am not doing that again. While it has been the biggest thing I've ever done in 12 years. While I have done 12 years of different types of content and gaming and vlogs and everything, the biggest thing I've ever done and the biggest thing that people know me for is that I drink G Fuel every day until I got my own flavor. And then I got my own flavor. Now people know me for trying to get a can.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am excited for the freedom that I'll have to be able to make content around more general topics or gaming topics and be able to build an audience in different demographics and different communities that I can then bring to G Fuel going forward, rather than continuing to base my entire content model around this brand and their products and their current community. I think this is going to we're going to really start to see things take off, because every time I have made a video on a trend, let's say,
yes,
it has been capped because people like the trend, but they like the trend. They don't care that I'm doing a G Fuel ad. Like, as soon as they see that I'm doing a G Fuel ad, it kills the trend.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But if I'm able to focus more on making truly good videos that are not just ads, but then I happen to be wearing a G Fuel shirt or I happen to be holding a G Fuel product, it'll be much more powerful to reach new audiences that can see the brand more and get more brand recognition.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to not have to do G Fuel videos every single day. I will always have them be a part of it and always be a massive part of my life and my content. But the fact that I'm going to be able to do regular content now and just I want to do a lot more VR content. I know you do a lot of VR. I'm a big VR enthusiast. Dude, I've spent so much of my life playing video games, dude. Like, so much since I was 3 years old.
One thing I want to say is, because I'm 16, and I have younger friends with, obviously, parents who don't understand social media, internet, all that kind of stuff. So from this point of view, I know that YouTube, with all these younger audiences who are completely rushing towards YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all these things, as we grow up, social media is going to be inescapable. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Because as we grow up, our sons and our daughters and everyone, they're going to start watching social media as well because it's growing up. Like YouTube, it was insane when YouTube first got pre-installed on Androids and iOS. Or not on iOS, but it's the amount that YouTube has grown in the past 10 years is 10,000x, if I'm correct. Dude, I'm going to Google this real quick.
Yeah, it's got to be insane. From funny cat videos, from like a website just full of funny cat videos to now being the largest like video platform on planet Earth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's freaking crazy, dude. It's crazy. And like the one thing that I really like is that I have documented my life, so my kids can go on my YouTube channel and watch me be 10 years old playing with my friends at 10 years old.
Oh yeah, same here. I mean, some of my older videos are deleted, but I've
never deleted anything. I've only privated certain things, but
yes, same
most
here.
things are up there still. Most of my stuff is public. Most of my life is just out there.
Some of my older stuff, I probably wouldn't unprivate because 99% of it is just me shirtless screaming at my cousin.
Bro.
But that's how we all start YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
It's always some weird stuff, and then we become obsessed with it. And I've professionalized and improved along the way, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, no, it's freaking crazy, dude. Like, because like everybody's a creator. Everybody's a creator. Yeah. Everybody has a social media, whether it's a Facebook account or it's a TikTok or it's whatever. And like everyone's posting. Everyone's posting on Instagram. Everyone's posting somewhere. Twitter, whatever your platform is. Every single person, not obviously on Earth, but because not everybody has like internet. But the people that are on the internet are all most likely on social media in some way, shape, or form and contributing to it by posting, whether it be on their private account to their 5 family and friends or whatever. They're still contributing to content creation. Like they are content creators. Everybody is doing it at this point. It is crazy because we used to get made fun of for it. What are you doing making videos of yourself playing video games on the internet? And now it's like, you're a YouTuber? Oh my God, are you famous? Are you rich? Yo, can you shout me out? It's so freaking different, bro. I was like bullied every day in every school I went to growing up because I was weird for making videos on the internet. Now everyone does it. Everyone.
Every single person.
You're weird if you're not on social media.
When I started my YouTube, I started while I was in, I want to say, elementary school. And I had ended up making, I started off just making Vines, Vine was huge. We all know this. Vines were fun. I made all these Vines, and my friends saw one of my video, and he showed it to all his friends, and it was extremely cringy. We all know that Vine was cringe, but this was a bad video, and everyone saw it.
Yeah.
No more Vine for me.
Bro.
Didn't even touch Vine. Deleted the app from my iPod Touch because that's what I started on as well. And then
that happens to a lot of people. That happens to a lot of people. They'll like post things and then not tell people about it, and then like people find it, and then it becomes a problem. But that was never a thing for me because I immediately was so proud of what I was doing and wanted to share it so bad. It might, I don't know. I guess I should probably preface this that I am diagnosed with Asperger's, which is on the autism spectrum. And I have never had embarrassment. Like, I don't feel embarrassment. Like, it doesn't compute in my mind. So I just always was open and honest with everyone. Oh,
yeah.
And I was just showing everyone everything I did. I had no shame. I had no preconceived notion that I would be made fun of. And even if I was made fun of, and I did get made fun of years and years and years, there was nothing that was going to stop me from doing what I wanted to do because this was my life. And if you don't like it, there's 7 billion people on the planet. Someone's going to like it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And also a thing with that is like I don't think anyone would even notice. Like, it's not going to change the way you make content. It's always your own thing and it's never going to change. And there's no reason to change. You make your content. If you like it, you like it. And I don't know if
you like it, other people are bound to like it. That's a rule. Like if you like something and are interested in something, there's bound to be other human beings on this planet that like the same thing as you.
Yes, I recorded a 80-minute No More Rainbows video, which is the game of the studio I work for. The way
I'm so excited to play that. So excited to play that.
Yeah, so the way I got involved with Squiddo Studios, first of all, because I kind of want to share my story real quick, if that's fine.
Go off. It's your podcast. I've been talking the whole time.
So I randomly one day, before No More Rainbows was even out, I had stumbled upon a TikTok that Eric, our community manager, has made since he makes all the TikToks. I believe I'm getting permission to that soon. I saw this video and I'm like, this game looks amazing. You can murder these rainbow guys who I ended up naming Poofs. I named the character. And yes. And I just immediately Discord because I didn't even use Discord at that point. And I was like, I have to talk with the people who made this game. So I went on. I found the people who made it, chatted. At this point, I was a little later to the Discord part. And I was like, I chat every single day. So excited. I just wanted to be in the community. And moderator announcements came up. And I'm like, oh boy, here's it coming. Moderator announcement came out. 4 people. Baradactyl, one of them.
Yep.
Pufferfish, Curvaceous Pirate, Doodle. Not me. See, now, that was the reckoning. I did not give up. I just wanted to be involved so bad. I kept chatting every single day and then ended up becoming a moderator a month down the line after the community manager hit me up. And I'm like, absolutely, no hesitation.
Yeah,
then,
dude, it's a dedication. You never stop.
Yeah. Never, because it's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
If you want to do something so desperately and you don't give up on it, it'll happen. It's just going to take time and commitment.
Yeah.
And then 3 months ago, probably, interview with David, CEO of Squiddo Studios. Nervous as hell. I had taken a shower. I had done everything in preparation. I straightened out my green screen beforehand just because I was so nervous for this interview. Like literally everything. Like these sound panels that I have now, I got them for that purpose and stuff. It was just, I was so excited for this interview. I did everything in preparation. And basically I'm assuming they were just going to hire me anyways, but I was just so intrigued. And then I ended up getting a contract, signed the contract as I would.
Boom.
And now I'm with the studio working every day. Right now, I just got I I could call it a promotion, but I like doubled my hours and also doubled my pay. So I'm excited. I'm
And it's
working
all
with the
because you took
studio.
initiative.
Oh yeah,
It's because you
like
took
I'm
initiative. Because so many people would never do that. Like they'd get like so many people would not even take the first step to get the first no, but you got the no, and then you kept taking steps, and that's how you get anything in life.
yeah. That's how a lot of people quit content creation. I tell
Yeah.
as well. Like I see people on TikTok all the time, guys, I'm quitting, but then they realize they like it and they come back. And then they don't like it and they quit again and they quit for good after they realize that they don't care to put in the work. And it makes me physically cringe and I just want to like, ugh!
Dude, that's why I said on the last
I want
podcast
to
I was
strangle.
because they were like, "Oh, if you have any advice to anybody," and dude, the last podcast I was on was it was Review Journal's land parties.
Oh yeah,
and Review Journal is like the number 1 newspaper in Nevada.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy. So shout out to them for having me on the thing. But they asked me like, what was like the last piece of advice you want to tell to the audience? And I was like, this is really hard to hear for people, but if you don't have this inherent urge to document and share, and you have to come and ask me or anybody else, hey, can you give me motivation? I'm not really feeling making videos today, man. Like, I don't know if I could do it, dude. Like, can you give me some words of motivation? If you cannot have the inherent urge
you're
yourself,
not gonna make it. It's
if
just
you don't have the
simple.
intrinsic motivation inside you that you want to do this because you want to do this, not because you want to do this because you want fame or you want money or you want this or you want that. Like, if you want to do it because you want to do it, you will do it and you will not stop until you get there. Like, and you're going to keep going once you get there because there's never an end because you love doing it for doing it.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I grew up on Jacksepticeye. That's all I watched.
Yes.
Every single Skate 3 video, everything. Top of the morning, Goliath. My name is Jacksepticeye. Welcome back to Skate 3 or whatever the hell it was.
He's so short, bro. He's so short.
Really?
I met
I've never
him
met
one time, bro.
I'd love to meet him. Anyways.
Him and Mark are both short.
I'm actually decently tall. I'm 5'10".
Anyways. I'm 6'2" with shoes on, but 6'1" without.
I'm 8'7" with 3-foot boots on. So
if you think about it, and stand on my money now, I'm 6'6". Low Uzi Vert.
I have heard that, dude. I just listened to.
If only I had enough money to be 6'6".
Oh my god, dude! It would
I definitely
be nice.
do not have that much money. Like I was saying earlier with
Me
the
neither.
perception thing. Y'all think I'm rich. Everyone thinks I'm rich, and my childhood self thought I would be rich at this point. And I'm not saying that I should be by any means. I'm honestly very happy not to be. I'm very happy, and my father has explained this to me as well. He's like, I'm really happy that you're having this journey and you're enjoying this journey as long as it's been, instead of just catch me outside. How about that? And now you're famous.
Yeah. Well, you also recently switched over from Twitch to Kick because they were offering more stuff and you enjoyed going to Kick more. It wasn't like you probably, or were you even making that much on Twitch? Because I'm not too sure. And I'm assuming that there's not a lot of profit coming from streaming. I could be wrong. So correct me if I am. But
I'll explain this because like essentially I started streaming on Twitch when it was Justin TV.
Yes.
Back in the million years ago. Loved doing it just for fun. Used to stream Minecraft and whatever. And then eventually the partnership program came out and everybody was grinding for partner. I've grinded my whole life for partner essentially. I was a full-time streamer for multiple years, doing streaming as my main thing every single day, multiple hours a day. I was a streamer for multiple esports teams and whatever. And like, it was my main source of revenue for a long time. And before I even did TikTok, I was a Twitch streamer. Like, I made YouTube videos in the beginning and whatnot, but like, I was mainly a Twitch streamer for multiple years. That was my main thing. I had a pretty big community and I had been on the front page of Twitch multiple times. I would do all types of events all the time. And streaming was great and all. But here's the issue. Well, there's a lot of issues.
Yes, I've heard them all.
Yeah. It's just like there's so many issues there. It's just like I spent 4,000 hours of my life on my Twitch channel.
Deleted.
Gone. All of it gone. 4,000 hours of memories. And all we have is a couple, hundreds of clips. Yeah, but we have clips. We don't have all the 4,000 hours of stand-up comedy, essentially, that I was doing.
Yeah. Dude, every time I come into your stream as well, like some of the advice because I started Kick, like, I don't know, last week, something like that, because of you, because I was watching you on Kick and I was like, I want to do this too. And I watched the YouTube video, I set it up. Just Kick seemed like actually a good option the way you explained it, because you're like multi-streaming you can stream every platform and Twitch restricts you.
Yeah.
Like just the benefits, it sounded fun to me. And I don't care for streaming. I'm probably not going to make money from it. I highly doubt it. I just do it because I want to. And like I was averaging, I don't know, I had like 10 viewers at one point just because I was having fun making it and people want to see me have fun. And I was, that's the only way that you're going to get big, is just to do what you enjoy. Because if you're not going to enjoy content creation, like we said, or like you said, it's not going to happen.
I did the
I'm not making any money right now
for so long until I eventually got burned out.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing. Like I did because like when you play video game, like, okay, especially the same game every day, when you play the same game every day for 8 hours a day, answering the same 10 questions every 10 minutes, and like, dude, when all you do is stream, to end your stream, to make content, to go to sleep, to wake up, to stream, to make content, to go to sleep, to wake up and stream. It is absolute insanity. You lose your mind. You do. Because then people come into your stream weeks later and they're like, well, what you been up to the past few weeks? I haven't talked to you in a while. The same thing I've been doing, playing the same damn game 8 hours a day, every single day, answering the same questions. What games do you like to play? No, it's the same thing over and over again. And like, yes, you make amazing memories. Yes, streaming is awesome. I've spent 4,000 hours of my life, almost half a year of my life live. Obviously, I enjoyed it. But there's a certain extent of that where you lose your mind and you go crazy and you feel like you're wasting your time. And I could have been making more polished YouTube content with all of that time that we could have still had and enjoyed now. And like, dude, it's a lot. Streaming's a lot. And anybody who's made it in content, a lot of people say streaming's the first thing to go. Like when you're making
not at all.
Content
No. You have to try everything. If you're not trying multiple platforms, like if you have one platform, it's so much harder than getting multiple audiences.
I'm just saying, like when you start to like really pop off as a creator and you realize that you don't have to stream, a lot of people choose not to. And there got a point where I had so much burnout from not only because COVID killed me, bro. Like I never got COVID, but when COVID happened and I went into lockdown and I started making a YouTube video a day, stream at least 3 hours a day, a TikTok a day, and a unique Instagram picture a day, while being stuck in lockdown in 4 walls that I painted black. So 4 black walls, tiny room, stuck in my room, not allowed to go anywhere. Like, law is you can't leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I lost my mind.
Dude, okay. So I have a story for this as well. I started TikTok. Hold up. I need to fix my hair. Like, it's actually...
Dude, I always have to fix my hair. I have so much hair. I've never had so much hair in my life.
Messing with me physically. Okay.
I can't stop touching my hair.
I know, this is the longest my hair's ever been too. Anyways, what I was going on about, I started TikTok 2, maybe 3 years ago now. I started off as, I'll say my username. My original username, BeanVR207. Most generic name that you can ever think of. Just
Bean
making
VR.
3 videos of random
I remember that.
gorilla tag juke clips were the thing at the time. Like, that was the shit if you were doing those. And I got maybe 100 followers just making those. But I had so much fun. Like, I want to say 6 months of TikTok. I have maybe hundreds of videos, just gorilla tag juke clips. And I enjoyed it. And then I just had so much burnout. And I was like, okay, I need to find something else. Thankfully, thank God for No More Rainbows popping up on my For You page. I had to wait like 2 months, I want to say, for the game to come out on App Lab before there was ever a multiplayer, before anything, but there was story mode. And all I did was play story mode. And I loved No More Rainbows so much. Like, I guarantee you, this isn't even me just saying this because I'm part of Squiddo now and I love No More Rainbows. No More Rainbows is an actually good game, and if you play it, you got to realize there's so much content, so much to do, so much. Every review I've heard is positive, and I'm not just saying that.
Yeah, dude.
I went on.
I was just gonna say, after I started streaming VR stuff again, immediately everybody was like, "No more rainbows! No more rainbows! No more rainbows! You gotta play it! You gotta play it! Oh my god!"
And the thing is, like, App Lab alone, before the game had even came out, 300,000 downloads. Like, it was. Yeah, and it was on top selling for a while when the game came out. I think it still is, if I'm correct. I don't want to make this part about No More Rainbows, but just TikTok wise, No More Rainbows. I made 60 plus videos in a couple months because that's all I enjoyed, and I burnt out really quick. I tried to make a few series a while. Like, I made one that was like destroying No More Rainbows lobbies every day until a certain follower amount. Dumb thing, because it was follower bait. Don't get me wrong. I tried to start it, didn't like it, quit it 8 times in 8 different series, and it was just so much burnout, and I had to stop No More Rainbows for a while. I want to say I took a 2-3 month break from TikTok. Then I came back on. No More Rainbows came out. Multiplayer came out. Couldn't stop. Nothing was stopping me. There was 10 brick walls in my ways, and I blasted through every single one of those with pure willpower. And
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Dude,
but it was just...
I literally feel the burnout, bro. I know exactly. Not right now. I don't feel burnout right now. I feel so excited to make content right now.
Me too.
I know exactly what burnout feels like, dude. Oh my god.
It's miserable. Also, like, that's all I wanted to do. But I wouldn't even say it was what I wanted to do. It was the only thing I could think of doing at the time because I didn't have a PC, anything to have a hobby in. Like, all I had was a VR and a broken Xbox. So what was I supposed to do? I played some Bonab once that came out. Played the story mode.
Love that game.
I love it so much. Dude, I have like 8 billion
Oh wait, I never
mods.
actually finished Bone Lab, but Bone Works was incredible. I started playing Bone Lab, but I didn't finish it yet. But
yeah,
bro, those games are awesome.
They're amazing.
Dude, VR is just like the next step. It's the next step.
VR is the next step. I'd be willing to put down, okay, anyone watching this podcast, I don't expect this to get a ton of views. However, anyone out there with Merc's big eyes, I'm betting Merc's left hair molecule for the VR will explode within the next 10 years, and it'll be the main gaming platform.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's going to completely replace gaming, standard gaming. Like, because why? In what world are you going to choose, let me hold a controller and look at a flat TV, which seems barbaric in the idea that we have the technology to put ourselves in the game.
The only thing holding back, go on. I'm not going to interrupt you.
Yeah, no. It's just like it's like to put ourselves in the game, and like now we have haptic technology. We have haptic vests. We have omnidirectional trackpads. It may not be at the price point that it needs to be.
Not at all.
But in 10 years, when every household has a VR instead of a TV, I mean, they're probably gonna have a TV anyway. But you know what I mean? Like where every single household like has a VR because like it's necessary. Like, for education, for entertainment, for gaming, for every purpose, for exercise, for everything. It is so much better.
Yes,
so much better.
Dude, like, I burned out. The only thing holding back VR is the technology at the moment. Quest 2. Everyone has a Quest 2 at this point. Like, I talked to my friend.
Technology and titles.
Titles is a thing. Technology-wise, though, like, we can't get, like, any of the insane graphics things unless you have a PC VR, which, even those, though, technology, still down, because it's $1,500 for, like, a Valve Index, which is good, but it's, there's only so much.
It's the price point. It's the price point more than it's the technology.
Absolutely, yes.
Because the technology is there. Like, the military has it.
Yeah. Dude, in my school, this is a dead giveaway of what school I go to. But I'm only there for another year. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
In my school, they work with actual NASA scientists with VR headsets, and they work on actual NASA missions in VR, and they show like the NASA scientists on their page and everything. This is how this works. I'm taking that class next year. I'm hell of excited because I'm junior going into senior year.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. I interviewed Skunk Baxter. He's a former member of the Doobie Brothers and Steely Dan, which are like old bands that I've only heard of because my grandma likes them. You know what I mean? But I ended up meeting them thanks to Roland, the guys that Roland introduced me. And I met this guy. Now he works at the Department of Defense and like the Air Force and stuff. And he's got like crazy clearance and shit. And I'm interviewing him and I'm like, yo, do you think, or how long does it, I said, how long will it take for us to get to Ready Player One?
Not that long.
And he said, we have everything in that movie. We have everything. All of the technology is there. It's just a matter of getting the price point down and the distribution and all that stuff. But they are utilizing this technology, like you said, in NASA, in the Air Force, to do everything. The technology is there.
Okay. Hold up. I want to say it's Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook, correct?
What?
Mark Zuckerberg is Facebook guy, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Meta.
I was watching his Joe Rogan podcast. I watch Joe Rogan every single day. Joe Rogan podcast by night, by day. Love Joe Rogan. He did a podcast with Mark Zuckerberg. I want to say this was an entire 6 months to a year ago. Like the stuff that he mentioned in this podcast, and I'll share you the link. You will watch this podcast,
bro.
He was saying metaverse is. He's saying like Ready Player One is completely possible within the next 3 years.
Yeah,
and like the fact he didn't. It's so hard to describe. But the things he was saying about like VR technology and everything, like it's actually it just brings me so much joy because everything I do is on VR. Like when VR explodes, all the current VR content creators
they already have their foundation set up, and they're already going to have a portfolio of content that people will be able to watch. And for me, it's like after spending my whole life playing regular video games, and it's funny. I just now learned a new VR slang from the VR community. Apparently, they call regular games pancake games.
Absolutely, yes.
That's so funny. That is so funny because I've spent my whole life playing pancake games and making a living playing pancake games. And once you do something so long every day and you do it for a living for a while, it kills it, man. And when I play a VR game, it gives me the same childlike wonder and exploration and joy that playing video games when I was 3 years old gave me. You know what I'm saying?
I have some games.
I love it.
Okay, you got to check out A Medieval. It's a VR game, even just on your free time if you have some. Amazing game. That, No More Rainbows, two favorite games. So what I wanted to say about No More Rainbows, I don't want to make this about No More Rainbows. I am the #1 No More Rainbows content creator at the moment, just making videos. Like, I get recognized every other lobby that I go into that's multiplayer, and it's hell of heartwarming. Like, I'm going into a lobby, Vancture! Oh, I love you, dude. Like,
community.
Yes, once No More Rainbows explodes, and I'm the #1 creator, dude, I'm going to be up there with, like, the big guys, because I watch VR content creation as well. Like, I mentioned 3FS in a stream. What was that? Yesterday, day before, something like that. Love 3FS. Once VR gets bigger and all this stuff gets bigger, every VR content creator, and I want to say especially No More Rainbows, once it blows up, because it's already big. Don't get me wrong; it's humongous. However, once No More Rainbows blows up, and the people with No More Rainbows videos who already have No More Rainbows videos, they're going to implode from social media. Like, it's insane. Everyone with VR, everyone with that's all I got. I don't know what the list was going to contain besides that.
Yeah, no, dude. It's just like the issue is, omnidirectional trackpads are $20,000.
Oh yeah, they're insane, dude.
I saw them at CES. I tried haptic vests at CES. Some of them that are vibration based, some of them that are electrical pulse based.
They got a Best Buy near me with them.
It's insane. Like, but once it's low enough price point, and you know, there's more AAA titles on VR, and there's more general reason to get a VR, that's when it's going to completely switch. And dude, the next Call of Duty pros are going to be like real world trained Marines.
Yeah.
When I play Escape from Tarkov with my friends that are previously Marines, they literally do all the call outs, they do all the cover to cover, and I'm sitting there like, what the hell are you guys doing? But like, that's how it's going to be in VR.
Yes,
the people are going to be doing the real military stuff because they're trained and they know what they're doing. They're going to survive better than the average person, or I don't know, like maybe not just Marines. Obviously, like there's going to be people that like really go crazy with learning the
golf
games
pros
and learning the stuff. Yeah, like that. Pros and stuff. Like people are going to go crazy, but I can just see how the skill gap is going to be so different than you learning how to push some buttons on a controller. Like you have to do it, and you have to sweat, and it's a lot on your body, bro. To do VR esports, this is going to be game changing,
dude. If you look at any of the Gorilla Tag competitive stuff, it's insane, bro. They're like swinging around like their life depends on it. Like if they aren't drenched in sweat, but I want physical video proof of this. If they're not drenched in sweat, they've earned my respect. Because if I play No More Rainbows for too long in my 105-degree California wet, looking hella small right now. If I play in my garage, dude, I am actually drenched like I have just been in a pool. It's
no matter what, it's always hot in my setup room. Does not matter what I do. Does not matter where I move to. Does not matter at all. I swear, dude, my setup room always gets hot. Look, I'm already sweating now, bro. And it's because of the lights and all of the equipment and the computers and I have just so much going on all at once in my room at all times.
My PC
so it just always gets hot.
My PC has 10 fans in it, so I'm cool all the time right here.
Oh, dude, my PC is so old. I bought this PC like 6 years ago, and it still works.
Do you know how to build a computer? Because I can send you a good parts list, dude. Like I do mine right now.
My father has a degree in computer science. He had a whole computer.
Oh hell yeah!
Like he had a whole store based on building computers and fixing computers.
Dude, I could send you a good parts list. This thing, I added.
First I need the money. First, I need the money.
Yes, that's more than fair. I bought this for like $2,000, just the parts. Do you know what Blender is? Like the 3D modeling software?
I used to use it.
Yes, so that's what I 3D model on. I accidentally added 20 subdivisions and added I want to say it was 100 million plus vertices on one object.
Bro.
And it handled it almost fine. Like it was a little delayed, but the fact that it could even handle 100 million dots is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, I just got a laptop recently that's way better than my computer.
I can run any game on max graphics.
My laptop has a 3070 in it.
No way. I have a 6600 Ti.
Dude. My PC has a 1080 Ti. My laptop has a 3070.
Whoa. Hold up. I'm thinking about this. 3070s. Those are big. How does that fit in a laptop?
I don't know. It says it on the laptop. I looked it up. And I had on the box. On the box of the laptop, it said 3070. It might have been I guess a compressed version of it, because they do make
they do
laptop compressed versions of those things. I'm not entirely sure on that, but they do.
Yeah, they do.
You know?
They do.
So yeah, it's a 3070. It's not obviously the standard one. It's the one for laptops, but it's incredibly powerful. My laptop does so much more than my computer can. It's crazy,
dude. 15 years ago, we didn't have smartphones. Dude, the amount of technological advance that we've had.
I had a flip phone.
I had one when I was younger, but I'm still pretty young. Don't get me wrong.
I'm also still pretty young. I'm 22.
I'm 17, so I'm still young. Oh, so I grew up with technology and all that, obviously. I know how to work the files and stuff.
You're proficient in Microsoft Word and Excel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dude, I had to learn so much stuff once I started working with
Dude, that really used to be a resume piece.
It did. It really did. Dude.
Oh, I know how to use Microsoft Word and Excel.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, it's so...
I would hope you could. Damn. We learned that in third grade computer class. Like,
oh, dude, I remember not preschool, what the fuck is it called? Elementary school days. I'm American, by the way. You are too. So we call it elementary school.
Yeah.
If you were in the computer room, you were having the time of your life, dude.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I even had like a computer class in kindergarten. It was like really basic. It was
dude,
so
still
basic.
the box TVs and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then like, I remember the computer classes where they would teach you how to type, the type classes, and then like all the different like things. I remember simple coding. Yes.
Dude, once touchscreen came out, if you had touchscreen, you were the guy.
Yeah, you were the guy. Dude, I remember from flip phone to BlackBerry to the flip up screen with the whole like keyboard.
I haven't seen a BlackBerry in forever.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Dude. Now we have computers.
Yes, I mean I would pick up my phone, but it's currently my webcam. So
I got 2 phones.
I mean, I could pull out my case. I just have. Oh, you get to see.
I actually just found this phone. I lost this phone for a long period of time, and I just found it.
Oh, I could probably pull out my iPod Touch. I just have. This is just a brown tan case I have. I love the color tan. Tan is like such an underrated color.
Dude, you got to represent.
So is orange.
Everybody likes blue. Everyone likes blue. The most liked color on planet Earth is blue because of like water in the sky and like it's pleasing to the eye and mentally. I took a whole college class on colors, but like, dude, I like when people are doing different colors. Everybody wants to be blue.
Yeah. Did you ever have like that class in like your English class or anything where you had to like justify what colors meant? Like yellow was. Or like green was fast or go forwards, and orange was like happiness, stuff like that.
Oh no, we so like in college we learned like just like the psychological effects of colors.
Yeah, and that's like, what I was talking about.
Yeah, like cultural differences, because like in certain countries a color means one thing, in another country it means another.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And when you're doing digital marketing, a lot of it is also like making everything work for your target demographic. And like we learned about how like McDonald's has different food choices in different places, and their branding looks a little different, and their packaging looks different because it appeals to different types of or groups of people.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, have you seen it yet?
No, I still haven't seen it.
Oh my god.
And I literally did an ad for the movie and I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I don't want to spoil. Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's going to be so many mixed emotions, and that's all I'll put it at. Because I'm not going to say.
I want to watch it in 4DX, dude. In Vegas, we have Regal theaters, and they have the 4DX with it's a 2-hour ride or however long the movie is.
4DX,
bro, your chair is moving the whole movie. If it rains in the movie, it rains in the theater. They spray water at you. They spray air at you, hot air, cold air. The seats will vibrate. It'll hit you in the back. It'll like, dude, it's a whole experience.
Dude, I have to try one of those out. That sounds sick.
Super Mario movie in 4DX was the best experience ever.
Super Mario, though, I noticed, I thought there was going to be a lot more adult jokes, and I noticed it was a little bit for younger audiences, but it was still a good movie.
I was okay with that.
The animation is insane, bro.
For Super Mario's IP, they couldn't make it too adult.
I cannot wait for you to see Across the Spider-Verse. The animation is so unbelievably amazing. Like, you're going to be...
Hey, get your Spider-Verse G Fuel today.
That's probably not a good pose to go to. I kind of just pretended to hold the can.
Yep.
Damn it! Don't screenshot that.
I've done that before. I've made that mistake, and I'm like, wait a minute.
There's already enough images of me on the internet from
there's only
people
12
that watch
years
me.
Of footage of me on the internet.
There's only so much now.
Only so much now. I mean, there's definitely still the videos I made, but I just wish that I had all of that extra stuff. You know? Like, obviously, I was making videos the whole time, but.
I mean, a lot of my earlier TikToks I still have them like saved to my phone because I haven't switched phones since I started TikTok. My storage is terrible.
Clips. I gotta back up all my Twitch clips.
Some of my older videos, like TikTok wise, they're pretty bad. You know the song Colors, I want to say?
Yeah.
Purple tree, which got the friend on me, or whatever the hell it says. That I thought it would be the greatest idea to just go like T-pose in Gorilla Tag, and I found this bass boosting software called like MP3, which is usually what you use to convert a video into like an audio. I just bass boosted it. I think it was 20 plus times, and all you heard was
bro.
And it was, I thought it was the greatest video ever, and it got like 3 views, but I still have the video.
Memes.
Oh yeah, dude, anything. You could scream in a camera, and that was the meme.
It's always going to be your lowest effort video that you didn't want to blow up. That is your biggest video.
It's because it's
every time.
Never. I was just talking to someone in TikTok DMs about this who's pretty big. He's like, dude, I'm so upset right now. I just put 12 hours into this video, and it did absolute shit. But then 3 days earlier, I literally just
record myself looking at the camera for 2 seconds, posted it, and then it blew up.
Because it's not. It could be the most. I saw a video on TikTok of a grandpa staring into a camera the other day, and it had millions of likes. Like, he was just trying to figure out TikTok, but it doesn't matter if it's effort. It just content wise, you know. I don't know if you've ever listened to Mr. Beast podcasts, like the ones that he's done.
Oh yeah.
Everything he says is so genuinely true, and you know it as well because he's humongous. All he says is, don't care about scheduling, just care about quality content. That's literally it.
Yeah.
Everyone's
so focused about what time you're posting the video. It doesn't matter.
Time can affect it, but it's really only on for like smaller creators on TikTok, and that's about it.
But content has a longer shelf life than people give credit to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it could blow up 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now. It could have no views. Like, I've had videos on TikTok have 500 views for months.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, 200K.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a video.
I thought that video flopped. You know?
Yeah, I had a video. Well, because at the time I was moderating for No More Rainbows, and I think like it was just some kid. It's pinned on my TikTok. I can send you the link, and it was just some kid like. I want to say he was about to say the N-word, and he was like, I'm not, I'm, what the fuck did he even say? I don't remember at this point, but it was some sort of racial slur. And then I had to bleep like everything from halfway of the video to like the end, because he was like, I don't know if I can say this stuff on Spotify. I'm sure I can, right?
Probably better not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I mean, we could just like allude to it.
Yeah, so he was talking about some World War II person. And the reconnaissance of him, and I had to like bleep all of it.
Bro. Yeah, no, that's why I'm always so scared
the video,
to have anyone on my stream. It's too scary.
Oh yeah, dude, the video did so absolutely shit through the first 3 days. I think it literally got 40 views, and then I went to sleep, and when I woke up I was spammed with notifications, and the video had 150K by the time I woke up.
Yeah,
and that's actually
never know.
The people recognized me for that video in game, like not even for my content, just for that video. I noticed someone had recognized me. Dude, this hair is gonna bother me, dude. I just took a shower, so it looks a little dookie booty, but it's all right.
My hair always bothers me. I feel like it's never perfect. Like, I want it to look fully symmetrical at all times, and it's not obtainable.
Dude, me and my friends talk about this all the time because we're pretty boys with our hair and all that. Every single time he's like, does my hair look good? I'm like, yeah. Because we don't know what other people are supposed to look like. And like the only people who care about our hair is ourselves. No one else is
like, yo, you didn't tell me my hair looked like that.
Absolutely. Dude, like, I bet you right now, it's not. But usually my hair will like curl in the back and then like frizzle out. But I don't like it doing that. And I'm like, I always get pissed at my friends. I'm like, if I look shit, tell me. And they're like, dude, I didn't even know you look shit. I'm like,
or like my chains are all like, and then nobody says anything.
Dude, where did you get that? Where did you get that Merc chain? I want one for my logo. That would be sick. Or did someone make that for you?
The people who made the face chains, JK Jewelers, I did pay for this. They didn't give it to me.
Yes.
I paid for this to get made, but it's a custom piece. Really, really cool. It's honestly like my favorite Like this is my trophy. Like
Oh,
for
yeah.
all the 12 years that I've built
Hmm.
an audience that I built, this is my trophy, and I get to look down at this. If I ever
Hmm.
feel like down or ever feel like I'm like, bro, I'm building something awesome.
Yes.
You know? And this is like a
Absolutely.
reminder, and this is my only trophy. This is the only time I spent stupid money on a little object, but I wear this object every single day. So
Yeah,
it works.
dude.
And then the
It's
G Fuel chain was a gift from G Fuel as a Christmas present.
dude. What flavor is that? Is that a
Hype
flavor?
sauce.
Hex sauce.
It's hype sauce. It's the one I'm
Oh, hype
literally
sauce.
drinking right
That's-
now, actually. It's literally
Yeah,
the one
I
I'm
was-
drinking right now.
Dude, what is that? It seems like it would be some sort of berry flavor.
Raspberry lemonade.
Raspberry lemonade. Okay,
Yeah.
because I noticed I had an energy drink the other day, and I want to say it was tropical something, and then it ended up just being green apple. Like you can tell me the flavor. I don't want to guess what flavor it is, but
Yeah,
I don't
they
mind.
G Fuel started recently doing that because I said it in
Yeah.
one of my videos. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna take the credit for this,
Yes.
but literally after I
Mhm.
make a video making a review on one of the flavors, and in the review I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I love the creative names for the flavors, and I love how they coincide with the universes of whatever game or movie that it's referencing,
Yes.
and that's great and all. But if I'm at a store and I don't know what G Fuel is, and I
Yes.
see hype sauce in a store, and I don't know what this brand is, I've never seen it. Am I gonna pick up this can and say, "Oh, I love hype sauce type flavors. I'm gonna try this one."
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
it's very important to have hype sauce and then raspberry lemonade under that. And they just started doing that after I literally, right after I made that review and I said that, every flavor afterwards, they've been putting the actual flavor profile under it. And, like, I don't want to take credit, but, like, it happened right after I said that, dude.
Dude, it's
I'm so
very
glad they're doing
necessary.
that.
It's something they need to hear because a lot of companies, like with me and Squiddo Studios are really close. Like a lot of what I was doing at the beginning is I was giving feedback on certain ideas they had. So it's just like, hey, we need you to give feedback on this, and I'm like, that's pretty good. And then they were like, we need you to be honest, which I was being honest. And then
Yeah.
it's although it is hard to say no, like people need to realize. Like, this is what I do with my friends as well. Like, if my friends don't tell me something, like if I have a booger right here, I'll get pissed at them. Like,
Yeah.
eye booger, you know?
Yeah.
Because me and my friends, we've been friends for a while. We trust each other. We respect each other. We need honest opinions, and everyone should deserve honest opinions. And that's a lot of what I was doing with Squiddo Studios, because what they wanted is they wanted a younger person, because they're not old, but they're not super into like the young person chain of what's relevant, what's not, what's fun, what's not. So I was just giving honest opinion, like, hey, this is good, this is bad, or change this, you know? It was stuff like that, mainly on No More Rainbows, because that's their game.
Yeah, my father
And
used
yeah.
to do video game testing like a long time
Dude.
ago. Like where like he would like try to break the game any way he possibly could
Yeah.
so that he could show them where the problems are. So
Yes.
crazy.
Dude, that would be hella fun to just do that. I'd love to do that. I mean, I kind of do that with No More Rainbows, but I think that's all gone now that No More Rainbows is actually fully out. Like right now I'm just doing, I don't think I can say it, so I'm just not gonna, for obvious reasons.
Big move.
But yeah. Oh yeah, dude, it's so freaking fun. Literally a dream come true to be working with Squiddo.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm excited to get into
Yeah.
more VR stuff now. I'm going to be trying to set everything up so that it all works the way I want it
Yeah.
to, but VR is so new that it is hard to find resources.
streaming is so hard.
to make it work to stream live
Yeah.
and dude, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
trying to figure everything out because like I said, playing regular
Yes.
pancake games, regular games just don't hit the same anymore.
Yeah.
And I'll continue to play some of them whenever I want to.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously sometimes it's fun. You know, I am a Call of Duty partner. I love Call of Duty. I love playing other games. I just got sent the new Crash Bandicoot game and that
I
was fun
watched
to
that
play.
stream.
You know? But
Yeah.
overall, I do want to mainly focus on VR when it comes to my gaming.
Yeah.
I don't want my main thing to be gaming, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize that, but going forward, once I get this can and I move forward and I'm starting to do more general content, I really
Yes.
want to take more of a Ryan Trahan approach
Oh,
You,
dude,
you know Ryan Trahan?
yeah, he does like just all the
Bro,
vlog type stuff. You know,
I
Ross
love his
Creations.
content. Love his content. And he's an
Hmm.
example of being a Mr. Beast without having
Yes,
a high budget.
absolutely, dude. You know Ross Creations, right? Please tell me you do.
I've heard that name before.
I wish I could punch you through the screen. No, I'm just messing with you. But he does like, yeah, you gotta Google this real quick. He does like all sorts of pranks, and it's so fucking hilarious. Like, genuinely, love every one of their videos. You gotta check him out after this.
Dude, but like
Yes.
I just put it up. But like Ryan Trahan is like literally utilizing because people are like I said earlier, people are used to try so hard to make it seem like they're rich and whatnot, but it's so easy to see right through that when you're not.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And now what people are realizing, like Ryan Trahan realized, was let me focus on being as unique or different as possible because being unique beats having money.
Absolutely, dude. Like, uniqueness, every single time when I'm talking to someone who asks me for a suggestion, it's always exactly what you said, which was if you don't love it, you're not going to succeed. And then also, if you only stay on trends and that's all you do, you're never going to do anything. You're never going anywhere because no one's even going to know who you are. They just see your trend, they like the video, and they don't care about you. They just care about that video.
Yeah,
and they're never going to like
all you do is just regurgitate other content, and while everything is essentially a regurgitation or us copying each other or whatever, or trends, you know? But it's just like, to a certain extent, while I'm not anywhere near the first person to do something every day for a goal, I was the first person to like start drinking G Fuel every day till I got my own flavor, and then expand upon it and make it such an interesting series that it's not just me going, okay, day whatever, bye, you know? Like, it's a whole
no one would
thing,
watch that.
you know? And that's what set me apart. Because, like, I spent 12 years doing this.
Yeah.
And it never panned out. I mean, like, it did because, like, I was a full-time streamer, right? But, like, my videos never took off. Like, none of my videos ever took off for, like, years and years and years and years and years. And people are like, dude, just give up, bro. You've been doing this for so many years and nothing's going to pop up. You've never hit a million views.
Never.
You know what I'm saying,
Never.
right? And like, dude, it's just like, I had to realize that all those years, I was regurgitating what everyone else was doing. I was like, oh, I could just stream myself playing video games. Oh, I could just make vlogs of my life, and people are just going to care about my life because I'm vlogging it.
Yeah.
No! You have to do something to get people to care about your life. People aren't just going to care about your life because you're filming it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's filming their life and posting it on the internet now. You have to be different now. It is not 2017. It is not 2015.
Dude, I've heard podcasts are going huge, dude. I could give you some tips on starting a podcast if you'd be interested.
Well, in terms of the podcast thing,
yes. Come on.
I actually had one in the works, and like when I do a podcast, it's gonna be like in person. I already have a studio that's willing to do it with a camera crew and a director. That it will be like a 3-person camera crew, a director, somebody behind the scenes switching the cams and stuff. Like it's a whole thing. I have a whole list of influencers that I have that I would like to have on the show. But if I'm doing it, I'm doing it right.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, I feel like I have a lot to say, and I feel like it would be an amazing way to take macro content and turn it into more micro content.
Yeah.
And to, just have great conversations and to actually be able to sit down and talk about things that I actually want to talk about instead of only being like, some people only see me as skits. Like some people only see me in my skits being that like over accentuated acting role, right? But then there's, you come on my stream and we're able to actually talk. Or if I had a podcast, I could actually sit there and talk about like what I actually feel like or what I'm thinking about. And I think that is like an awesome way to connect with your audience.
Yeah. I would absolutely love to be in your position, obviously, because you do that full time. Like, as of now, completely nonprofit. Like, literally, this is just my hobby and I do this for fun. Not a single dollar. I'm not even old enough yet because I'm not even 18 yet. So I can't even make money legally.
Yeah, but you're setting yourself up so that when you are, you're ahead of the curve.
Absolutely, dude. And also, I am technically making money from this because in via social media creating, I put my name out there so much that a studio, so-called Squiddo Studios, was like, "Hey, come work for us."
Boom.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
like that,
hit
now
me
you have
up.
experience working with a VR studio.
Dude.
So what happens when you're 18
Resume.
and then you go to an event and you're like, oh yeah, I previously was working for this company. We developed one of the biggest games in VR. Oh, No More Rainbows. You guys heard of it? Yeah. So I was a part of the original beta testers and the staff team building that. And, if you'd like to have me be a part of your team, building the next big VR game, I'd love to, use my skills to take you guys to the next level, right? But
yes, absolutely.
But other people have no experience before they're 18, have no experience before they get out of college or high school. And because you're taking the initiative now, you're setting yourself up so that when you are because like, dude, when I was a little kid talking to CEOs,
yes.
you know how many people disregarded me? Do you know how many people were like, who the hell are you, man? Who's this kid coming up to our booth talking about business, talking about, oh, blah, 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 blah. Here, kid, take our card. Send us an email.
Yeah.
So we can ignore you. Like,
hold up 1 second. It's time, Merc. It needs to happen one more time.
The ritual. Man's the magician. Look at that.
Okay, looking much better now.
There you go. Those are big.
That is clean for anyone watching, just so we put that out of the way. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Wait, what was I talking about?
You as a young person talking to CEOs and how you're getting disregarded.
I just remember, they would always just like, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, who the hell are you?
Absolutely.
This little ass kid talking to me. You don't know what you're talking about. Get out of my way, right? But it's gonna be like that until eventually you get to a point where you're at every event. They can't stop seeing you. They can't escape you. And then you get older, and then you start having more and more under your belt, and then you're working with more and more people, and then you're able to present yourself better and negotiate better, and then, but all these other people are waiting until they get out of college to even try to get an internship.
Dude,
they then try to get experience to get a real job.
Yes, and they have to start now, because the thing is, if you don't start now, with social media growing, VR, like everything growing at the moment, and you don't start now, you're just going to get flooded out of the floodgate. Like, you're not even, you building followers is going to be like, like, it's not going to happen, because all facial recognition, which is just like a term for your name out there, no one's going to know you once everything gets big. If you don't start now while everything is growing, it's not going to work. It's just simply not.
Yeah.
What you said. I'm basically just repeating you, but
no, it's true. It's such an important point. People think they're just gonna come on social media and then immediately just have everything and become famous. And here's the other thing. Even if you do, if you get lucky, which does happen, if you get lucky and you post your first video on TikTok and it gets 50 million views and you instantly get 500,000 followers, a million followers first day on, right? First of all, how are you monetizing that? Because you can't. You're not even a part of the TikTok whatever program. So you're not going to get a single dollar of ad revenue. And you think the ad revenue is going to save you, buddy, even if you were getting it? The ad revenue that you're going to get from that one video, okay, cool. It might be like a couple $100. You think you're going to have a career from that? You think your next video is going to get 50 million views? You think your next video after that is going to get 50 million views? You think you're going to be able to get sponsors because one video blew up? You think you're going to be able to have a career because 50 million people saw you one time for 10 seconds?
Dude, think about that, though. Like, social media now, thinking about it, it's so crazy, because whenever I think about it, it's always, how much time are people actually seeing me for? Because we don't get like hundreds of thousands of views. I know you might sometimes because you're bigger than I am. But when I think about that, especially on YouTube wise, I if I don't stutter my heart out, with YouTube, when I make 10-minute YouTube video, which isn't that often, I don't make YouTube videos. and I calculate how many, like 700 views, something like that. I start doing the math. That's like multiple days of people watching me, and I consider that's such a weird thing to think
Watch
about.
hours.
As dude, you more people are paying attention to you that they have in their lifetime of like in your lifetime of how much people are watching you. It's such a weird concept when you.
It
think
is
about
definitely interesting to like.
Yes.
You never know. Like, and the other thing is like that's why I try to post like multiple times a day because like at least you never have a day where you don't see the orange man.
Never.
Like I'm gonna pop up on your feed at least once.
Hopefully.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
Yes.
But
Yes.
like I'm orange and I'm recognizable, and that's by design.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, no one forgets the orange guy. I'm the only orange guy. Who else is the orange guy? Right? I
Yes,
go to
yes,
events. You meet me. You'll see me online.
Mm.
Oh, frick. I met that guy. Oh, my God. I saw that guy at a gas station. I'm
Yes.
so recognizable, and that's purposeful.
I'm not super recognizable at the moment. Hold up. This is what I do in my YouTube videos, or that I've tried doing. Just so I can stay somewhat recognizable is in my YouTube videos, so that people, I'm going to start trying to put this in my thumbnails, but I've been wearing this Burger King Spider-Man hat in every one of my videos,
Bro.
just so that people can see it. This also has a story behind it as well. I won this because I've been playing football for 11 years. So big football guy, American football. I won that. 4 football teams, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, every single football player, belly flop competition. You know who won that shit?
Bro.
Absolutely. I told Reese Bianchi, who was like he won last year for the belly flop competition. I'm like, I'm coming back for you. And I can send you this video. I jumped as high as I possibly could. Perfect belly flop. Every single coach gave me a 5. Okay, that was a complete side rant.
That's pretty freaking awesome. That's an amazing. The belly flop legend.
And every kid at school knows me for it now, or the football team.
That is legendary.
I'm pretty popular at my school. I don't want to say popular, well known. I'd say is a better thing.
Dude, in high school, I went into high school the first day with a polo, dress pants, and a dress and like shoes with a shine. 500 business cards in my pocket, and for the first few hours, introducing myself was like people thought I was like a millionaire and that I was like famous because I was introducing myself. Hi, I'm Anthony Mercanthony. I'm the CEO of Network, the YouTube network, and I'm also a YouTuber. I do streaming. I have a graphic design business. I'm a teacher on the side. I teach digital marketing because I taught digital marketing, and like people looked at me like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" Girls would look at me like the popular girls that ended up becoming the popular. Like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And then they all look me up and they find out I don't have 1 million followers and I'm not rich. And then boom, social suicide. Everyone hated me. I was or made fun of me. I was like at the bottom of the food chain. And over the course of the 4 years of high school, I started doing cooler and cooler things, meeting more and more people, going to crazy events, being invited out to stuff, doing stuff with cool brands. And all of a sudden, everybody switched up, and the bullies that used to make fun of me were asking to hang out with me and meet my friends and hang and play video games with me and shout them out on social media and help them get started streaming and whatever it is. They just all switched up.
Dude, thankfully for me, I've never been bullied because I'm such a cool dude and I'm hilarious and everyone laughs in a good way at me. Because, like, I go out and I have an amazing story. I have 2 amazing stories. One involves 2 million Scoville hot sauce. The other involves smelling salts.
Oh.
This is the Pure BS podcast. The way I came up with this name, I meant to say this at the beginning of the podcast. There's no actual... I was told by every single YouTube video, and this is how I'm going to be unique. You need a theme for your podcast. Pure BS. There's no theme. It's the person.
I didn't even know the name of the podcast until just now.
Yeah, if you look up at the top left, it should say it. Pure BS
it does say
Studio.
it. Oh.
Yes.
Dude, I literally read that and I thought it was like OBS Studio because it says Pure BS Studio, and I thought it was like Pure OBS Studio. I thought it was like an add-on to OBS or something. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, that's the name of my studio, and the way I came up with
get
it is it's just complete side rants. There's no theme because every YouTube video told me not to, and that's how I'm going to be unique. So,
boom, prove everyone wrong.
Absolutely, I will be the next Joe Rogan. Just give me 15 years because it's not easy. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that's and then so okay. Thrown out the window. Story time. 2 million Scoville hot sauce. I had went to Burrito Bandito. Some of the stories on my YouTube because I made a No More Rainbows video where every time I died, I'd have some. But the way we had originally gotten Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole, if you know what that is, if you watch Steve-O. And we came home with it, put some on our mac and cheese just to eat it. And we're like, mac and cheese, delicious. We're American. We love mac and cheese.
I love mac and cheese. My mouth is watering now.
And so we had hot sauce mac and cheese, and we're like, this is decently hot. But it said 700,000 on the bottle. Did not taste like that. I would say it's in the single thousands at most. So we're like, let's go to, our stepdad told us, Burrito Bandito down the road by my gym, because I do work out. You just can't see it because I have a sleeper. But we went there. They had a full wall of hot sauces, hundreds of hot sauces, and we found the bomb. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is about to be so exciting. So we went up to the counter, and I quote this directly. Although it sounds weird, this is what I said. I was like, I'm getting the hottest hot sauce. And they're like, we have 5 more hotter hot sauces in that clear case, but they're very expensive. So I bought this $40 like glass bottle that was made of a skull, and the shit was so fucking hot. I cannot, dude. I'm about to tell you the best story ever. So we made that YouTube video, extremely hot, crying, pissing myself, everything from pain, just from toothpick surface area on my tongue. Next day, bring it to school because I'm extremely smart and I have the intelligence to do that since it's such a great idea. Yeah. And I give it to my big friend Nathan. He's like 6'4", so I knew he was going to be able to handle this. He was on a stream with me the other day. And I was like, okay, have this. But little did I know, there was a hole in the glass of the hot sauce. And so when he put the cap back on, it used air pressure and it squirted out a shit ton of hot sauce. And there was not a lot of hot sauce. It was like this much hot sauce in the entire bottle, like a little handful. Yeah. But it squirted out so much of it. And I was in English class. What am I supposed to do? Go grab a paper towel? So wipe it on my shorts. No big deal. Next class comes. I'm feeling a little tingling sensation near my junk. Fast forward 30 minutes, and I am almost screaming in the school bathroom, splashing toilet water on my testicles, calling my mom in so much pain.
Bro.
It was the trip of my worst pain I've ever felt, and I've broken so many bones from wrestling, football. Worst thing you can ever do in your entire life. And then since I didn't learn my lesson, I brought smelling salts to school. So this is what I'm known for. This is how I get well known. And I brought these smelling salts to school, and I'm like, dude, this is about to be so fun. And I gave it to like 20 kids at lunch. I nearly, like, if you haven't have you had smelling salts before?
Yes. For working out purposes, not for school.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had got it for. That's what I got it for. I brought it to school.
Why the hell did you bring it to school?
It was fun. I had a great time. But for anyone who doesn't know, who's listening to the podcast, it basically feels like someone has a screwdriver and they shoved it up your nose as hard as they could until it gets to your brain. So I gave it to like just a few kids, probably upwards of 20. And I had a great time. And then my Spanish teacher saw me handing it out in class, forcing people to sniff it. Not actually forcing them, but like peer pressure in a way. Yeah. And so she took it. But it was second to last day of school. Next day, I didn't even have my Spanish class. Yo hablo mucho español, by the way. And I had like
10 years of Spanish and I still don't speak it. And I'm Ecuadorian and Puerto Rican.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Like
Like my
I'm
grandma came on the boat, like in 3rd grade, to
dude,
America.
I'm
from
about as
Ecuador.
white as it gets.
And I never learned anything. Like, frick.
I'm as white as it gets. I'm just German and like Italian, Scottish. Everything I
Italian.
am is white.
I'm Italian and Spanish.
Bonjour.
Or Hispanic. But...
Or is that even? Oh no! Damn it! That was French. Now I'm racist.
See,
Dang
this
it!
is what happens every time.
Anyways, so that happened, and then next day of school, she was like, "Come back because you might need a talking to." I didn't come back. Why would I come back? Hell no.
Yeah,
I didn't need those smelling salts.
What? Yeah, hello?
No, I left those. So
Dumb.
that was that. That was that story.
Yeah, there's no way
And then-
you were going to pull through to that.
Oh, hell no. I'm not talking to the office over that.
Bro.
But then summer break comes, you know, just go around Target, messing around, stuff like that. And just having fun with friends, invite some kids over, play VR, force them onto horror games. That's how me and my friends roll. We force each other to do things, and then we have good stories for when we're older, and it all works out.
I just forced myself to do things. Like, ever since I found out, like, I had autism, I was like, well, how do I work on it, per se? You know, like, work on trying to, like, learn how to better assimilate with people and social cues and stuff. And the only way to learn and grow is to put yourself out of your comfort zone. Absolutely. And honestly, dude, I've always thought, like, my life is going to end up being a movie, a documentary, and a book. So, like,
yes,
I have, since I was a child, made a conscious effort to make sure that my life is so awesome and that I do everything and I try everything and I, you know, like, I want to get as much experience on this earth while I can.
Yeah, people don't, I don't want to say people, but a lot of persons don't understand how much experiences actually matter. Because when you get old and all you did was sat down, played video games, didn't record any of it, have nothing to look back on, didn't have friends, didn't go places, didn't jump off cliffs. When you get old, you're just going to want to commit suicide. There's nothing that you can think back to.
Well, I won't go that far. But you may. I mean, it is possible. Yes. I mean, I feel like it's just like I spent my whole life behind a screen, and by doing that, I learned a lot from playing video games. When you play video games, you learn so much about, like, the grind and, like, you die, but you come back and you keep trying and you keep trying and you keep trying till you win the level, you beat the boss or whatever it is. And, and I think that grind mentality that was instilled in me by playing video games and living behind a screen my whole life has now encouraged me to live my life like a video game going forward, to then, because that's what I do now. I moved to Las Vegas so that I can experience real life. Like, when I was in New Jersey, I was behind the screen every single day. And now I do my best to go outside and experience life and go to events and do different things and meet people and all that stuff. And I'm playing life like a video game, grinding every day to either go to the gym and, like, get strong and build up my strength points or like learn things and build up my wisdom points, or, like, you know, grind and get videos out so that I have more, I don't know, social points. I don't know what the hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I look at everything like that and it's fun. Like real life is fun because I play it like a video game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a quote from someone. I want to say it's Elon Musk, but if I'm wrong, I'm going to sound dumb. So I don't know who it was, but I heard this on a podcast, and it was someone said, the biggest risk in life is to not take risks. And dude, that has stuck with me so hard ever since I've heard that. Like, dude, some of the hardest things for me growing up, and still to this day, is getting in front of a crowd of people and talking, because I do, like, some stage stuff, and then also, like, at school I'll do, like, presentations. Dude, that shit makes me shit my pants. Bro. I could never be a music artist, but, like, dude, it's just social cues and stuff are so hard for me as well. Like, for all I know, I could also, because I've never gotten any like tests or anything. I'm just so bad with. Yes. How do I put this? I don't know how to. I'm not good with facial expression. Like, when you talk to me, I'm sure this whole podcast you're probably looking at me. I have very little facial expression. Like, the entire time I talk, I don't. The most facial expression that you get out of me is it's a smile.
Yeah, I didn't know how to really do all of this. Like, it's like I went to therapy for 4.5 years with the same therapist,
Damn.
and like I learned so
That's a
much
long
about emotions and
Mm-hmm.
social cues and facial expressions and body movements, and because like normal people don't think about that, or I guess there's no such thing as a normal person, but it's just like people that a lot of people, don't think that deeply about the social cues as somebody who may be on the spectrum or something like that, or has a social problem.
Yes.
And like having to learn that manually over the years has definitely been interesting, but by having that in my mind and giving conscious effort to, like I said, always put myself out of my comfort zone, and even though I may be scared, or I mean, I wouldn't say I'm scared, but even though I may think I might say something wrong, or I might think I might mess it up, I, like you said earlier, it's bigger risk not to take risk at all, because
Yes.
they're not gonna,
Yeah, and also
I'd rather talk and mess up than not talk to anybody and be isolated.
yeah, absolutely. Like one of the things that you said that stuck with me is, or I think this was you. I want to say you were talking about how when someone joins your stream, if you currently have 0 viewers and you're not talking, if you're not talking, they're just going to leave immediately, and that's something that I've also took, because like you have to be entertaining 24/7 when you're streaming.
Yeah, people underestimate streams because they think it's 2017 still.
Yeah,
they think like, oh, all these people got rich and famous because they streamed themselves playing video games, and they just like talked, and they talked to the chat, and they reacted to the game. It's not like that anymore. You have to put on a show. It is a show. Like, you can't just go live for 8 hours every day playing a game, talking, and you think you're gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you seen the dude who has a rave every time he gets a kill in Fortnite?
Yeah, that's dope.
I love that dude.
I love that. Like, you literally gotta do things that set you apart, and you have to be putting on a show. Like, instead of putting on an 8-hour boring stream of you playing a game and talking, maybe spend a little bit of time preparing a couple topics and things that you're gonna do throughout the stream, or maybe some bits and different stuff. And then, like, you run an actual show. And then people can enjoy that show and enjoy those 3 amazing hours instead of 8 mediocre, boring hours of you playing a video game and talking about random stuff.
Yeah. Dude, streaming is such an interesting topic. I'm sure you could probably go on for hours on end just on streaming.
Streaming's a whole new world now.
It is. It's
because
so
now
new.
People don't just go live anymore.
I know.
They have to have a whole plan.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I started streaming Getting Over It again. It's such an old game now.
I love that game.
It's so infuriating, but it brings views because people want to see your expression of your rage.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's also why Only Up is so popular, because people want to see, it's human communication that they strive for. They're like, okay, I want to see this person get angry. Why?
It's relatability,
it's just,
for sure.
Yeah,
and people like the misfortune of others.
Yeah, it's weird. I love watching my friends suffer all the time.
We naturally enjoy the misfortune of others.
Yeah.
Psychologically speaking.
Absolutely. Dude, it's so weird, but it's so true. Like, I made my friends try that hot sauce. Like, the person that I made that YouTube video with, his name's Jacob. I've been out of touch with him for a hot minute. I'll get back in touch with him tonight. But I told him, hey, we're making this hot sauce video. And he was like, all right. Just because when me and him talk, it's always just build experiences. That's all we think about. I actually hope he's fine with me saying this, first of all. So the big black friend I had on my stream, he, best friend all time, name is Nathan, 6 foot dude. He was on a date, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago. And I was like, dude, I have to fuck with him, because he was at the mall right by me. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Me and my friend Max, first thing I thought of, go buy a bondage set and give it to him. So we went to Spencer's. We bought a BDSM set, and we tried delivering it to him mid-date. The only problem was his date never showed up. So now I just had this set in my trunk for months on end. My parents never found out about this.
Oh my
They can
God.
probably hear me in the living room. It's whatever. But then I was like, okay, well, now what do I do with this thing? It's just in my trunk. I'm not going to use it. What do I do with it? So me and my friend Jacob, we went back to Spencer's. We brought it. At first, I just wanted to get my money back because I wasn't going to use it, and it was unopened. They're like, we can't actually refund you.
Bobby, you have to come out of your room.
Okay, give me 10 minutes, P. Okay, my sister's here. But we had gone in and we're like, okay, I need to exchange this. So now, because we couldn't refund it, so we exchanged it for a corset, and I made my friend run around in school in it. Because what else am I gonna do?
What
I'm
else
not.
you gonna do?
I also got a titty squirt gun, but off topic.
Priorities.
So yeah, absolutely, and it's just experiences. Like,
Yeah.
it's the Pure BS podcast. I can go off topic. We stopped talking about you specifically an hour ago. We're running up on 2 hours
Yeah,
of a
we're
stream.
5 minutes from 2 hours.
Dude, we should probably round it up.
I would think so.
Oh yeah, this is gonna take a minute.
I still
to
gotta make
upload.
my drinking my flavor video after this. I gotta freaking figure out a concept and then record edit and upload that video.
Yes, it is 8:00 for both me and you, or pretty close. So, hate to end the stream on such a short notice. Any last things you want to say, Mr.
Well,
Orange Man?
I guess if you've never seen me before, I am the Orange Man. Find me on social media at Mercanthony, MERC Anthony. One word, not two. My first name is not Merc, and my last name is not Anthony. It's actually Anthony Mercaldi, but my online alias is Mercanthony. I like VR. I like G Fuel. I like being orange, and I like being energetic and happy and fun and experiencing life. So, come experience stuff on my channel, on all social medias, on YouTube, on TikTok, on not Twitch, on Kick.
On Kick, yeah, kick.com/Mercanthony.
Not on Twitch anymore, on Kick. Technically on Twitch, but we're not going to be using that. TikTok's my main platform, so find me there.
All right,
Anthony. And try out some G Fuel, use code Merc, and hopefully we get the can. Hopefully we get an Orange Anthony can when I go to
I'm
the
hoping
office.
for you.
Because, frick, dude, that's going to be awesome, bro. Having the can is like the next step. We got to make it happen.
The foundation of your future.
Yep, and then we get to start making even crazier content going forward. That's not just about G Fuel, and that we could really go crazy.
Absolutely. And just so y'all know, since even though this is my podcast, I'm Vancture, or I'm Garin, Garrin, but my user is Vancture, Vancture. This guy had trouble saying my name for quite a while. Yeah.
Listen, it's hard to read every single name right, all right?
Yes, it's very fair. Most people called me Vulture for months straight, so I'm not too worried about it. I was just messing with you.
Vulture?
Yeah,
no
like the bird.
Way.
Anyways,
no
guys,
way.
People, JDs and Lentilman, as 3FS once said. I hope y'all are doing good. I hope, Merc, you go on and have a great day. Make a great TikTok. Hope you had fun on this podcast. And
yeah. We did the thing.
Yes, absolutely. We made a podcast. I said it, we didn't know how long it was going to last.
2 hour mark.
But
it's 2 whole minutes until we hit the 2 hour mark.
I mean, do we want to hit 2 hours? Because we could make up a subject real quick.
Listen.
How'd you get those LED lights back there? I want a custom LED light.
Oh, my father bought it on Etsy. I have no idea.
Damn it! That's such a bad answer.
This one is a Go V light. It was given to me at CES. This one's a Go V.
Damn. Oh, I've actually. The Nano Leafs that I got right here are from Tusker PCs. They sent me out one because I want to give away. Thank you to Tusker PCs for the beautiful lighting on the left side of my face.
I just realized this whole podcast I never actually showed my flavor.
Show your G
Fuel.
Fuel.
This is my flavor. Look, oh my god, look, it's my G Fuel flavor. Orange Granthony, the best flavor in the world.
I'm gonna be honest. I've actually only ever had one G Fuel flavor, and I'll order some after this.
Bro,
I've only had the phase kind. I forget.
Use code Merc.
Use code Merc at checkout.
Oh yeah, no, it's what's it called? The Phaseberry you're talking about.
Phaseberry, yes, yeah. I've tried that.
That was the first flavor I ever tried in 2015.
Yes,
and at New York Comic Con.
The only other thing I've had, even related, similarly related, is Headshot Energy. that Beardactyl is sponsored by. But that'll conclude the podcast. I guess we could end it right before the 2-hour mark.
Dude, there's 30 seconds. There's 30 seconds.
There is 30 seconds.
These people watched for 2 straight hours and they're somehow still listening to us ramble.
That is true. That is true.
They somehow made it to this 2-hour mark. You guys somehow made it. I'm glad you guys found this entertaining or informational in some way. I hope you
Absolutely.
guys have good dreams tonight and don't have nightmares because that would be bad.
I hope the bed bugs bite.
I really hope they don't.
Alrighty. That's 2 hours.
We did it. We did it. 2 hours.
did
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go.
Just like that. And now we've officially wasted 2 hours of your life and you will never get that back.
Never, ever. We hope you've gained no information. We hope you've had a terrible time. That's all I got. Alrighty.
To infinity and beyond. Merc out.
Vancture out.